Happy Tuesday! Good morning, it's 7:07 when we are recording this. 57 degrees is what we're reading at Columbia Regional with cloud cover and wind out of the west. Pretty breezy actually, anywhere between 10 to 15 miles per hour at the moment. We'll likely see winds become more northwesterly and maybe even more northerly throughout the day. And that's going to keep temperatures a bit cool, in fact likely falling throughout the day. But first, speaking of Columbia Regional, that's where we've recorded throughout the month of April more than 3/4 of an inch more rain than normal throughout the entirety of the month. That's not terribly much more than normal, but it is more than normal. And when you compound that with March, we're up on the last 2 months. And that's after a relatively dry start to January, maybe even February. But when you add the rain that we recorded yesterday at Columbia Regional, right over 7/10 of an inch, we're starting to see a wet ground out there. And the National Weather Service just recently issuing a flood warning for specifically the Hinkson Creek area in Columbia here in central Boone County. We're at minor flood stage there, which is about 16 feet. And according to the National Weather Service, at that stage, the right bank, about 50 feet down from the old Providence Bridge, starts to flood. So if you're going to be out by the creek today, or any body of water that kind of feeds into this or is connected, keep in mind that the water levels are a little high here today because of all that rain that we saw last night. That has pushed off towards the east. We are seeing drier conditions and we're losing this cloud cover. That's high cloud cover, but what we're looking at, this product is infrared satellite. And so it's sometimes hard to pick up on some of the really low lying clouds. Some of that you're seeing right there, but the cloud cover over us right now, not showing up on this product, but it's there and it's going to stay there today likely and keep us cool. We're likely already seeing warmer temperatures than what we expect to see this afternoon. Again, that's thanks to cloud cover and wind out of the north that keeps us down in the low 50s, maybe even by late this morning, and perhaps upper 40s by this afternoon. Now in the official forecast, I bumped that up a bit. I don't know that we're that cool, but heading into the overnight hours, we will likely bottom out in the upper 40s. We'll keep the cloud cover, and high pressure kind of calms our wind, so we're not pulling in a lot of cool air overnight tonight. We'll stay mild tonight. That will set us up for a good jump point into temperatures on Wednesday, where I think we've got a better chance at seeing more sunshine. That is out ahead of our next round of rain that comes in Wednesday afternoon. That rain Wednesday afternoon, likely mostly showers. Can't rule out a few rumbles of thunder, especially towards the south, but our better chance for rain comes during the overnight hours with this next push out ahead of this warm front. This warm front really going to be, I think, the source of a few stronger storms later in the day on Thursday. You'll see south of that warm front, some of the storms popping up just on Future Track look a bit more intimidating. Of course, that's just a model run, but if we look at some of the ingredients that we like to look for severe weather, we are seeing instability kind of associated with that boundary, maybe even a little bit north of that boundary at times. So it's certainly possible that Thursday we see a few stronger storms, maybe even a severe storm or two. That's something that we're watching. It's not a home run right now, but it's something we're carefully watching for Thursday. So pay attention to the forecast. We'll see how that develops in the coming days. But in overall terms, we're looking cooler than normal. Our average for this time of the year, 72. So even Thursday, if that warm front gets close, we're talking about 70s. But we're back above average by the time we get to the second half of the weekend. 70s for Saturday, 80s for Sunday.